Hey folks, Fernando doing a video for the Modern Survivalist. Didn't want to go to bed without doing this video because it's kind of late around here, but keeping up with recent news, the coronavirus is spreading very fast. Pretty much going to be in any major city in just a couple more days. So people are going to be freaking out. The thing is, in this channel, we take preparedness very seriously, realistic preparedness, which this is definitely part of. It could be, a little bit as bad as some people fear, maybe not so much. Whatever is the case, doesn't matter how bad it gets or not. It is a real thing, it's a real threat, and it's something that needs to be addressed. Now, these 10 steps are going to be increasing your chances of not getting sick or dealing with the disease much better if you do. So let's get right to it. Number one is boost your immune system. This makes a ton of sense. You want to be in a position so as to reduce the chances of getting sick at all. And even if you do, the better you are in terms of your immune system being in top condition, the better you're going to be dealing with the disease. So sleep properly, get enough sleep, eat right, and lots of vitamin C. David Jones, the guy is a real expert in this field. Over 20 years in the U.S. military training personnel for nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare. I had him in the previous podcast, and now we're talking with David. Learn a lot. You should really check that podcast out because we did talk about many of these points. He did emphasize taking lots of vitamin C as a very good idea. Number two is washing your hands. Washing your hands it reduces considerably the chances of getting sick. It is a big step in avoiding the disease entirely. So when you're home, access to water and soap, you wash your hands very often. When you're out and about, use hand sanitizer. One of the previous videos that I did, I was explaining how to make your own hand sanitizer. That's straight out from my book, Street Survival Skills, which it is not complicated. Making these things, if you know how to do it, it's basically alcohol and aloe vera gel. So this is a way in which you clean your hands when you're out in the street and you don't have access to water and soap. You have to use this frequently after touching surfaces that have been touched by other people. Common sense stuff. But you often see people that just touch things without realizing. They keep on going about their day, and before they know it, they're touching their eyes, their face, and they're getting sick. Which brings us to point number three. Don't touch your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. We do it unconsciously all 20, 30 times a day, but that's how you often end up getting sick. So avoid that as much as possible. Number four, again, making a lot of sense, avoiding crowds as much as you can. Of course, public transportation, but also stuff like trains, airplanes. These are places in which people usually get sick. Especially large crowds indoors. Avoid those as much as you can. Going to supermarkets or malls or other places like that. Try to avoid it if at all possible. Number five is use a respirator, one of these. And this is a little bit more cultural. In some places, especially in Asian countries, they don't make a big deal about it. If you're sick, you use it so as to not spread the disease. If you're not sick, you use it so as to not catch it. These make a ton of sense. They do help a lot so as to reduce the chances of you getting sick. Nothing is 100% certain. You may be wearing a respirator and you may still get sick, but it does help quite a bit. And all of these things work in layers. The more of these that you do, the lower is the chance of you getting sick. Which ones? That's one of the more common questions. Anything that is N95 or better. N95 means that's going to be filtering 95% of the particle that you would otherwise be breathing in. N95, N99, or N100. N95 or better, that's what you want. If not, the European designation is FFP2. So FFP2 or FFP3 would be the ones you want. This one is an FFP3, it's the highest rating, filtering 99% of particles, and you have a valve which helps keep the mask from getting as humid and moist from breathing on constantly out in and out. you want to have a good amount of these, and I'm going to be leaving the link below from Amazon, which in some cases has already sold out, so get these while you still can. There's one that has a complete kit with the respirator and the suit in case you have to wear that, which I'm going to be getting to in a second. Get it while you can. I mean, this is stuff that I talk about in the channel all the time, so most people will have quite a bit of these disposable respirators. Keep in mind, they are disposable. The idea is you should wear this and just throw it out. It's supposed to be a single-use item. Number 6, stay away from people that are sneezing and coughing. Very instinctive. When you see someone sneezing or coughing and displaying signs of obviously being sick, the first thing we do is we kind of keep our distance. That is very natural. It is actually very wise as well, because you do want to stay away from someone that is displaying signs of the disease. Just stay away from them. Don't be shy about it. It's just in your best interest. That's how the virus spreads as well. And every time someone sneezes, coughs, small particles, little droplets of saliva end up floating in the air around that person, and that's where the virus is. You just breathe it in and you get sick. Number 7, isolate sick people. If you have someone that is sick in your household, you just treat it like you would with any other strong flu. You basically want that person to be resting, drinking lots of liquids. One of the things David Jones was explaining is that person, you probably want to keep that person in a master bedroom with its own bathroom, so as to not have that person moving around the house. You will have just one person caring for that patient, and that person is going to be wearing respirator, eye protection, gloves, and a suit that's going to be taking out every time you enter and leave that room. It is a little bit of work, but that's the proper way so as to keep the disease from spreading. Number 8, disinfect with bleach. Prepare a solution with bleach, water. That's what's used by U.S. military so as to disinfect potential biological threats. It is one of the best ways of disinfecting surfaces, cleaning. That's what you should be using in your household as well. Bleach, great thing to have. Number 9, air and vent rooms. Very old school, but you open windows and you let sunshine in and a certain amount of airflow. That is one of the ways in which you avoid the air from being saturated indoors. Proper ventilation is key so as to have a safer, healthier environment. And finally, number 10 is keep up with the news. Know what's going around, how bad the situation is wherever it is that you are. Again, probably a couple more days, it is going to be pretty much in any major city. Keeping up with news is important as to know what steps are in your best interest. Some people will not have much of a choice. They still have to show up for work. Stuff we talk about in the channel all the time. If you can, though, if you have some control over that and the disease is spreading where you are, you probably want to keep away from crowds. Try to stay home as much as possible. That would be the wisest thing to do if the disease is in your area. This is why you also have a certain amount of supplies so as to not have to go around shopping and buying supplies, buying food. This is the moment in which you put those supplies to good use. Okay guys, so that's basically it. I'll leave the links for some of the stuff that I talked about that is still available in Amazon, and stock up if you haven't done so already. Guys, best of luck, take care, see you on our next video, have an awesome day.